All right, let's go to some SpaceX news. We got SpaceX's 350th launch. Isn't that incredible?
That is incredible.
Qatar Airways raises in-flight experience to new heights. They are proud to be putting Starlink into their planes.
And we'll be hearing a bit more about Qatar later in the show.
Last week, we reported that Carnival Cruise Lines has added Starlink to all of their fleet. Now, Resorts World Cruises has also announced that it'll be adding Starlink to their ships as well. Resorts World Cruises served 1.8 million passengers in 2022, although I think they only have 2 ships. So I don't know if it was like, get on the ship, get off the ship, get on the ship, get off the ship.
They're big ships.
And speaking of Starlink, Elon said Starlink just achieved a new internal median latency record of 28 milliseconds yesterday. Great work by the engineering and operations team. And if you're not a techie, that is close to landline speeds for the internet. Elon reposted SpaceX Starship and Super Heavy loaded with more than 10 million pounds of propellant in a rehearsal ahead of Flight 4. Launch is targeted as early as June 5th, pending regulatory approval. And then he tweeted out, Starship Flight 4 with many improvements aiming to launch on Thursday. Yes, this Thursday. The main goal of this mission is to get much deeper into the atmosphere during re-entry, ideally through max heating. And on Friday night, Misawa canceled the Dear Moon mission to fly himself and a handpicked crew of 10 artists and influencers around the moon in Starship, saying that the project became unfeasible due to the lack of a clear schedule in the near term. And Everyday Astronaut, who's going to be one of the crew members, said, and just like that, the dreams of my crew are over. So a lot of people have been asking, like, why did he cancel this? There's a great article by Eric Berger in Ars Technica. I urge you to go read it. Basically, I think one of the reasons is that Misawa has lost a lot of his value. He was a $3 billionaire back in 2018, and now he's like a $1.5 billionaire. So gotta cut your...
You gotta tighten the belt somehow.
Let's not do Netflix.
We'll maybe lower the moon mission.
Oh, yeah, the moon mission.
The moon mission.
Let's not do the moon mission.
Because then we could keep Disney Plus.
Also, he did fly in a Soyuz capsule in 2021, so maybe he got like space out of his system. I don't know.
Maybe he didn't
But
like
the
it.
weird thing is earlier this year, Elon unfollowed him on X. So I feel like there's been a little falling out there.
I mean, I feel like Misawa should be more upset at like the FAA.
I think he was glad to get out of it, to be honest. What I think is going to be interesting is, will Jared Isaacman pick up the tab and get his flight around the moon? I think that's what he should do.
Definitely.
And Jared, if you're looking for crew members, huh?
Everyday Astronaut.
I make a mean cup of coffee.
Everyday Astronaut. Do him first.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
The New York Times published Elon Musk dominates space launch, rivals are calling foul. Or as Michael Madrid sums it up, please help, SpaceX is competing too good. Dan Piedmont, the founder and president of Able Space Systems, replied, as a founder of a launch company, I disagreed with the thrust of this New York Times article. I admire SpaceX and welcome their success. And Elon said, thank you for your thoughtful rebuttal. To the best of my knowledge, none of the rideshare missions have lost money. I do hope that rocket companies focus on reusability. And basically, I'm going through this tweet storm here because it turns out Everyday Astronaut is going to be meeting with Elon this week, I believe it is, and doing another tour of Starbase. So look forward to that. We'll be learning a lot about what's going on, and maybe Elon will offer Everyday Astronaut another ride. Who knows? Oh, and just wanted to make sure you knew this. Starship is ready to fly. That's going to be so exciting. SpaceX posted this on May 21st. The first video call on X completed through Starlink direct-to-cell satellites from unmodified mobile phones. We're excited to go live with T-Mobile later this year.
And now in an FCC filing, SpaceX references that Starlink's direct-to-cell should launch this fall.
That would be text, voice, and web browsing via satellite. So even if there's no cell towers around you, you could still use your phone. So if you're lost in the wilderness, you might be able to get yourself out.
So, I mean, you could be in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, hundreds and hundreds of miles away from shore, and you could still be playing Clash of Clans.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Tuesdays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below and head over to the Now You Know channel.